friendly reminder to put up a motivational message. Every time I try to say those words, every time I press record, I mess up. Motivational message. I have been experiencing some imposter syndrome lately, which I typically do no matter what I do. At some point, I will experience imposter syndrome, but I think that's perfectly normal for everyone, especially artists. So I have done a lot of things in life. I have dabbled in every form of self-expression and art. Nearly everything I have done at least once. I love to paint. I have canvases I can show that I have shown before. I think I put all of my art supplies up because I am taking away all distractions that involve me having to have space in order to do writing. I don't need space because my house is too small. I don't need space to write. I just sit here at the computer and I do my thing. I need a lot of space to do everything else that I have done. I was a streamer. I've done VTube. I have done I did gaming, and there's just so many places that I have been, especially online, and failed at every single one of them. I would, if I had a car, I would get back into face painting and go travel, but I don't have the means to do that anymore. So, all those options are kind of out the window. And the only thing, then VTube kind of helped bring that back to me as well, because the one thing that I loved the most about VTube was the character design, character art and design, world building. That was my favorite part because I'm a writer. So it brought back my love for writing. And I know I started out writing when I was a teenager, and traumatic things started happening, more bad things, and making bad decisions took me away from writing, and it was a really hard time for me to find it again throughout all this time. I'm gonna be 30 this year, so yeah, it's been a really long time coming getting back to this. And the one thing I have to take away is that no matter what I have set my mind to, how many things I have done and explored in my life that went nowhere because I am not a very business savvy person. I just want to make the art and put it out there. I have come up with this motivational message that says, one, writing is the only thing that gives you confidence. This is a realization that I had. Writing is the only thing that has given me confidence. I am not confident in anything else I have ever set my mind to except sitting down and writing this book and getting on here and putting my 2 cents out into the world, talking about my experience in writing and the things that I know about writing, and my whole journey in making this book come to life. And it's just one major realization that I just had, is that I am confident in what I'm doing, and it's going to be a great book no matter what. It is going to be a great book no matter what. Because I'm going to make sure that it is. I'm a perfectionist. But also, it's just that realization that I have done so much, and it never stuck, and I hated all of it, and I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I was ever good enough to do anything I've ever set myself up to do and accomplish. And I've had moments of triumph and things that I've done, but nothing has ever stuck with me and given me the confidence that I have like writing has, because I know that I have done it before. This is an old passion of mine that I am recommitting myself to, and I know that I have accomplished it before, and I had support before, and I have support now that I'm doing this, and it's just so amazing to me, and I know that I can do this. This is the only thing I have ever done that has given me confidence, true confidence. Second thing, this is the only thing that has ever come to me naturally. Now, I know people will argue. My mom will argue. I've always been an artist naturally. I have an eye for color. My imagination coming up with things. Show y'all my canvas work. It's just gonna, a lot of people have already seen my canvas work, but I do love painting. I love painting a lot, always have. It's been like another love of mine. There's just so many things that I like to do. I used to sew. I wanted to be a fashion designer when I was 13. Before I got into writing, I thought I was going to be a fashion designer. So, anyways, there's that. I've just loved art, and it is the only thing. This is the only thing. I have struggled to accomplish skills, but this skill of writing is the only thing I have ever done naturally, that has ever come to me naturally, that I didn't really have to try as hard as I did on everything else that I had to teach myself to better my skills. This is the only thing that has ever come to me naturally. And in fact, I remember years ago, I was friends with a bunch of people on Facebook who I used to go to school with, and one of them back then, when I was still writing, so I was probably like around 17, 18 when this happened. I was not in school anymore because I was homeschooled, but I was, old enough still that I was still friends with people I knew that I did formerly go to school with. So I don't know how old I was, but I was like nearing probably 18 by then. But I remember that I had a friend who remembered me from school, and when I started talking about my writing online and being more vocal about my writing online on Facebook back then, she messaged me and said, "Hey, I remember when you would turn in assignments in school. All your writing assignments were awesome." Like, she even saw it in me, and I will never forget that. I will never forget that one message from somebody that I didn't even talk to, who was like, "Hey, no, I remember, and I saw you then." And that was just like, I'm gonna get emotional just talking about it. So that just meant I don't even talk to this person today, but still that one message I have carried with me. Because even now it means the world to me, as it did then. One person who sees you can just change the whole thing. This is the only thing that has ever come to me naturally. And I was never good with anything else. I was never good at school. I failed. I was homeschooled because I was failing in public school. People were shit. I couldn't handle social life. But writing was my escape. And to this day, it is the only thing that just sets my soul free. So put up a little motivational message, and let that be your message that carries you through this whole author journey, especially if you're just starting out.